boy Mr. Back to the DRAGONCAST. So today, my guest is the current mid-heavyweight champion. Reign with the mid-heavyweight championship, FearElderLag, or Lag Levi, if you will. Levi, welcome to the podcast. How you feel? I'm doing pretty good. You feeling good about it?
Somewhat, yeah.
Alright. Alright. So, let's start off with... how did you get into the Xenoverse game, like, franchise? Like, did somebody show you Budokai or anything like that, or... did you just naturally come across it because of your love for Dragon Ball?
The first Dragon Ball game I played was, I believe, Budokai Tenkaichi, the first one. I don't remember, it was years ago. And then I took a break from Dragon Ball for years on end until maybe 7th to 8th grade, maybe the summer of 9th grade. That's when I got into Xenoverse 1.
Okay, so you did play Xenoverse 1. Did you play like when it first came out, or did you come in like after all the DLCs drop, or?
So I did come in late, but only a month after. Now, when I got the game, it was a suggestion from a GameStop worker, because I was about to get the third Budokai Tenkaichi, whatever it's called. I was about to get the third one, and then he suggested there's this new Dragon Ball that came out that I think you should try. So, you know, he gave it to me, picked it up, whatever, you know, discount, whatever, and I took it home. This was October, and I believe it came out September. I don't remember.
Okay.
Maybe November. No, wait, I come from November.
Alright, so you did start on Xenoverse 1.
Yeah.
How did you feel like right at the change between Xenoverse 1 and 2? Like, how did that transition feel for me? Because well, not for me, you. When I transferred over, it threw me off a bit, but it felt more mobile in a way. What about you?
How did I feel about the change? It wasn't really difficult.
Yeah. Alright. So, how did you acquire Xenoverse 2? Did you go out and buy it or pre-order it?
My mom gave it to me for Christmas, December 25th. She gave it to me for Christmas because she knew I loved Xenoverse 1, and the second one was about to come out and I couldn't get it, so she bought it for me for Christmas.
Oh, okay. Alright, so you're just coming into the Xenoverse 2 landscape. How did you feel about, like, the community whenever you first dropped in Xenoverse 2?
I wasn't connected to community as much as I should have. I wasn't always competitive. I wasn't always good. I was just playing the game normally.
Well, yeah. I get that. Alright. So, which was the first clan you joined for Xenoverse 2? Like, did you make FTF first, or did you go into any other clans?
The first clan I did was make Fear the Fearless. After that, I joined Team Savage. After that was DBB, and then after that, it was the 52.
Alright.
It was the Bless clan, and then now we're here.
Yeah. I'll get into the 52, the Bless, and Fear the Fearless later down the line. So, did you have a goal in mind whenever you first started? Like, were you like, I wanted to, because you seem like every time I seen your matches, you're kind of calculating everything in a way. Like, your brain just operates at different calibers than most of the competitors. Like, you, Galactic, Infamous, Jing, y'all operate at different level now, which is kind of terrifying, but at the same time, it's elevating the game, which I like. So did you have, like, a plan of where you wanted to go in Xenoverse 2, or did it just, like, naturally happen?
When I first started Xenoverse 2, I didn't really have a goal, because I was first starting out. Back when I was in Xenoverse 1, I wanted to be as good as some of my, rivals, but I didn't think that they would come to Xenoverse 2, so I just dropped the idea. So when I first started Xenoverse 2, I didn't have any goal or idea until later down the line. That was, Xenoverse 2 came out in 2016, right?
Yes, 2016.
Yeah, 2016. So, around that time, I want to say a year later, on my birthday, was when I started leading my group. Okay, so when I started, oh, excuse the voice crack, god damn. So when
It's
I
fine.
first started Xenoverse 1, I was by myself. No, I'm sorry, Xenoverse 2. When I started Xenoverse 2, I was by myself, and then I met two people. Tyree Worlds and Captain America Boy. Okay, it was just the three of us, the three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Okay, we usually went back and forth or whatever. Captain America Boy was the best in our group. Because this was back when Perfect Blocks were OP. If you block a Key Blast, it'll drain your stamina, but now it doesn't do that. So up until November 19th, 2017, that's when I met, or reunited really, with my cousin Kudo, Shimuro Kudo. And
Okay.
we was talking, and you know, we brung up Xenoverse, right? That's when I started getting better and out of my comfort zone. Is when I met him and attacked Snippet.
Okay.
And that's when I rediscovered that I wanted to be one of the best in this game. But I would still start off extremely slow. I didn't start to get there. I started to get better, but I didn't start to get good at that point. It was still a long road.
Okay. So, like, reuniting with Kudo and Attack kind of just lit a fire under you, so to say.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's when I started meeting other people that played the game.
Yeah.
That's when I started connected with the community more. That was 2017.
Okay, so 1 year after you got the game.
Yep.
So, when did you officially decide to form FTF?
The middle of 2018.
Alright, so, like, what all happened with it? Because I want to hear, like, the origin of it, and, like, do you have any plans for FTF in the future?
The with an idea.
Wait, who did?
I came into the party with the idea.
Alright.
At that time, it was me, Laser, Kudo, Gamer Geek, Rain, Kasamaki, and Nate. We are the founding members, so to speak. And it's still the same idea as a branch clan, molding into different branches.
Yeah. Are you proud with where
Yeah.
FTF is now? Because I know you got at least 700 members, from counting like every branch, so to say. Because I'm pretty sure that's what you said one time when we were hanging out.
Yeah, it's getting close to that number, and I guess you could say I'm proud.
Alright.
We're not done expanding yet.
Okay. So, you got FTF formed. from there, do you feel like all of you, like when it first started especially, do you feel like you guys kind of just elevate each other?
What do you mean?
Like elevate each other's like fighting style and helped each other improve a lot.
When FTF first started, it wasn't that many people playing Xenoverse in FTF. It was mainly me and Laser.
Gotcha.
Well, and that's actually one of the main reasons why I thought of multiple branches, because people like Ham and what's his name, Nate, they were interested in other games like Fortnite or Black Ops 3, Apex.
Yeah.
So that's the most easiest way to spread.
Okay, so y'all did start out with multiple branches. And they just started slowly just gravitating to Xenoverse, or did you start growing the Xenoverse?
Say that one more time, you cut out.
Hello? Yeah, my bad about that. My microphone died. So anyway, I said, so did the more you and Laser played Xenoverse, did the rest of the FTF members start slowly gravitating towards Xenoverse, or did you start bolstering the Xenoverse 2 division?
No, we met multiple people in the Xenoverse 2 branch, while they met multiple people in their branches. By this time when we met FTF, a little time after, we met True Evil God 52, but that wasn't his name back then. His name was Frost something, I don't remember.
I know what you're talking about, Midnight Frost.
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't even know that 52 existed until maybe the year after, 2019.
Yeah. So, you meet True Evil. Was it True Evil or was it Jing that brought you into Team Savage?
No. I believe Jing brought him into Team Savage. I don't know. Because when I met True Evil, he was just Midnight Frost and he was a loner. He was still the same guy as we know now, but he was a loner from what me and Laser understood.
Yeah, so this is interesting because I've never heard of True predate 52. I've always known him as True Evil God 52 because I met True through D-Man Gmail, who is, as you know him, Toki, and as I know him, True Grey God. But anyway,
we didn't even know that dude existed.
Yeah. So you're in Team Savage now. What was your thoughts on the people in there? Like,
oh, I didn't have any thoughts. The main reason why I wanted to be in there was to test my skill in a tournament that I wasn't able to be a part in. So I didn't think of anything of the people until certain situations arise.
Yeah. I do know one of the circumstances. Sorry. I do know with a player who recently we have dealt with. We'll get into that in a minute if you want to, because I know it's a situation kind of personal for you. So if you don't want to, we can just move over that. It's the one with Hulk.
I forgot when I met him. It was during a tournament. He replaced me.
I believe that was the Tournament of Power, wasn't it? Because I know you were.
I believe so too.
Yeah, it was Tournament of Power because the tournament right after that was the Dark Tournament. So yeah,
So when I met him, he was destroying me.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you, I didn't expect. This was the first time I met a player that played like what Hulk did, and it was so simple, but yet so hard to counter. So by this time, I was already a hitman.
Yeah.
To the true evil, I was already a hitman, and my hit versus his Namekian, we was on equal footing. But if I chose anybody else, he would dominate instantly, easily.
Yeah. So he was sort of like that. Well, not really right now anymore.
Clan at that point.
Yeah.
He was the best one in the clan in Team Savage.
Yeah. So, did you and Hulk start training more, like after you met him and he replaced you in the tourney, or did it like slowly just gradually become after fight?
He started to help me out more.
Okay.
He was the one that introduced me into super guarded backflip, because I didn't know those two moves were overpowered, so he used them against me.
Yeah. So, if you could give a quick summary of like Hulk's fighting style, like, because I know everybody's got a pattern with the style. What would you say his pattern is?
Extremely defensive. He'll wait until the other opponent attacks first. He doesn't rely on the block button. He relies on backflip, super guard, and his defense.
Okay, so he's more just wait to strike and then just use a character with more priority than him, or would he just...
More priority, more health regen. He will also break his stamina on purpose.
Okay, so he does know how to stamina reset. Alright, so you're starting to learn how to
reset himself.
Yeah, so you're starting to learn how to counter Hulk. You're getting to know everybody else in Team Savage. I believe at this point you've met me.
Yes.
The thing with Mighty happens. And then from there, I believe...
I met you and Mighty before I met Immortal Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of someone else who I'm wanting on the podcast. That my bad. But anyway, okay, so you're starting to counter Hulk. Do you feel like whenever you start beating him, that's when the animosity started building up in him, or do you think like he's always been this way?
Oh, he's always been this way, but never towards me.
Alright.
We will always joke around. He will show this to other people, but he would never show this to me.
Okay, so... Alright. So then the incident in question happens. I remember me, Infamous, and Shay were on a party. You came in the party. Told us about it. Do you feel like he was trying to get under his skin on purpose?
To be honest, I don't know, because that is his personality.
Okay.
That's just the person that he is.
And he was kind of just... Yeah. Alright, so... Thing with Hulk happens. I believe at this point we're set, we're ready to go, we're going in the Dark Tournament. Who was your team for the Dark Tournament? Actually, because I never got to ask you.
You may have to remind me what the Dark Tournament is. Or was. I don't remember that.
Okay, so the Dark Tournament was the tournament that Blackfire based on Yu Yu Hakusho. To where, like, there was, like, little teams of 4. Yeah.
I remember. My team was... I know Hulk was one of them. Hulk, Fasano, That's all I remember.
Okay, so
Mo, no, I think it was Mo. Yep, it was Mo. Me, Hulk, Fasano, and Mo, and our substitute was Dark Leviathan.
okay, so out of that group in the Dark Tournament, who do you feel like was the per se GOAT of that group?
Of my group? Fasano and Hulk were at the same level. They were on par with each other while I was in third place. I beat Fasano more than he beat me, but they was on par. And as well as this time, Hulk was still better than me.
Yeah.
So it was between Hulk and Fasano.
Yeah. So, what was all y'all's like game plan and mindset going into that Dark Tournament, and what were your guys' thoughts when it basically was not happening at that time due to an
Fasano and Hulk's game plan was to destroy every team. Their plan was very toxic. They didn't want us to fight because they considered themselves the best of the group.
So they were just wanting to carry you guys to a win in that aspect, just to prove their dominance in a way.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
They didn't do it for fun.
Alright. So, how did you guys feel when
it didn't work out?
Okay, so you guys had anger towards that. So.
Oh, they did.
Oh, they did?
Fasano and Immortal did.
Alright. So, the Dark Tournament doesn't happen, and me and Ghost, we have a talk. We got our clan set back up. I send you an invite, I believe. You were one of the... I believe the originals I invited was Sage, Mighty, Jacob, Infamous, and you, and Jing. What was your thoughts when you first entered my clan?
I didn't have any thoughts until... Yeah, I didn't have any thoughts until I started meeting people in there, like, Six Paths. I reconnected with Toki.
Yeah.
That was really it. I met Six Paths.
Alright. So, just in that clan, I remember I gave you an exhibition match, and it was basically a squash match because I believe it was against Sozin, and you perfected him. Your mindset going into that match?
Who's Sozin?
He was one of the captains on my clan. He's AFK, and has been AFK and MIA ever since.
No, I don't remember him.
Yeah. Okay. So, it was basically a squash match. He was the guy that was there, he was the clan member that when Mighty got exposed, you know how it was me, Sage, Mighty, and Sozin in there, and I called, Mighty out about it and then got him to fess up. Yeah, Sozin was the one that was there. Do you remember? Because I remember he picked, I believe, Super Saiyan Blue Goku. You picked Cooler. You picked a Metal Cooler.
It must have been long ago.
It was. Alright, well then we'll skip over that match. So, after that match, you got the dub. You went into a King of the Hill match. The first King of the Hill match we have had in a long time. It was like you, Sozin, Naughty, Mifune, and Jing. And Vegito came out on top on that, I believe. What was your thoughts on that? Do you feel like it was a bit off or anything?
No. Back then I wasn't trying as hard as I should.
Okay. So we're now at where my clan's starting to get a bit inactive, like right after that, to where people are kind of getting burnt out and everything. So I decide to host an open challenge because Jacob has just relinquished the mid-heavyweight title. And I believe it was you, MC Shahan, and True Evil. How did you feel that match went? And did you have like a game plan from the get-go? Did you like have any prep ahead of time?
I wasn't a part of that.
I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of the one after. I'm trying to think then. No, you had that match with Naughty. Didn't you? Because I remember there was it was a match between you and Naughty for the PS4 title. I remember you walked out with that, but in the rematch, this was pre the rules we have now. She hoed you and then took the belt and then went silent on all of us.
No. That was Jing.
That was Jing. I remember you... Well,
I
shit.
didn't fight her until after that happened because I told him that I wanted to fight her after she did that, and I beat her up.
Okay. So when that match happened, what was your mindset? Like the one after Jing?
She was lagging. For no reason. I beat her up with my male sand.
Do you feel like she was lag switching against you? Because when I fought her...
you're lagging.
Rip. Do you feel like she was lag... Do you feel like she was lag switching? Because...
That's not what lag switching is. When you lag switch on a game like this, your body is at a standstill and you're not able to take damage like you normally would. It's almost like Spotify.
Yeah. The reason I ask is because every time I fought her, me and Infamous we've always noticed whenever we start turning the tables on her, all of a sudden, just boom, dead lag, and then there you go. Alright. Trying to think. So, that match happens. What was the match after that?
Oh, nothing. She left.
But yeah, I know. I'm talking about your next match after that.
What was the next match? Like, what do you mean?
It was the tourney for the world title because I believe Sozin just went dark then and there. It was either no, it wasn't Sozin. Vegito lost PS Plus, so therefore he could not defend his world title, so he relinquished it. We had a tourney. Your first, like, you get up to the semifinals. It's up against the Infamous. What were your thoughts?
I thought Infamous hated me. The first time we met, I thought Infamous hated me. And then when I beat him and then he quit, I'm pretty sure he was done with me. At that point, I don't remember doing anything wrong. And then the next match was Jing. I did enough for a combo. Hold on. You know, at that time I thought everybody hated me because I was quote unquote such a sweat.
Yeah. They were upset at you, but I don't feel like they were legitimately mad at you. From there, like, you felt a bit off since there until, like, you won the mid title. Like, it felt like you were in a bit of a slump of sorts, in a way.
That's why I hold back on them. So that won't happen again. That's why I hold back on them.
Okay. Alright, so your first title events, I believe it was against Vegito, cause Vegito Cherry just got plus back after that. After you won the belt from Jacob, I believe. So, it's your first defense.
Jacob was my last wait a minute.
No, he was your first and your last match.
No, wait a minute. You talking about the recent upload you did, right?
No, I'm talking about, like, your first title defense. Because I know you defended the belt against Jacob recently, but he was also, like, your first defense as well. There was, like, 2 different matches with Jacob you've had.
After that?
Wait, what?
Are you talking about after I defended my match against Jacob? Because I didn't fight Vegito. I never fought him, actually.
Okay, I do not know who...
I fought Jacob and... I fought... what's his name? Maybe Polar Bear? Yeah, I believe it was Polar Bear.
Okay, so it's Polar and Jacob. Did you feel ecstatic whenever you won the belt, or did you feel like you finally made it in a way?
I'm pretty sure Jacob hates me too, but no, I didn't really feel anything because I was holding back on him the whole time until I broke up my human and started having fun.
Yeah.
It was like a regular match to me.
So it was like a regular match for you. So you just felt... Did you feel comfortable in that element? Like, in the championship picture.
What do you mean?
Like, do you feel comfortable knowing,
confident?
like, you're defending your belt or you got a shot to get another belt? Stuff like that. Do you feel comfortable in that kind of position, or does it put pressure on you of sorts?
Oh. Depends on the person. Depends on the person.
Alright. Yeah. Because I believe right around the time you won that belt, you defended it once, you start hanging with True Evil more, and then you get into the ranks of the 52. What was your thoughts on everyone in the 52 at that time? Like, Six Pass, I believe Gray was still in there. True Evil, Vern.
It was me, Vern, True. Ooh. There was not that many people when I joined because everybody started leaving. Be True, Six Paths, Vern. Ooh, what's Pharaoh Uchiha? That was really it. Other than that, it's just associates of the 52 like Jet Engine, Happy Goons, Batman.
Yeah.
This was when I was starting to play competitively, and when I got a little bit more better, when I met Six Path and Toki.
Yeah. So, did they teach you tech? Like, did Gray and Six Paths teach you, or did you?
So me and Six Paths were damn near the same person. Me and Six Paths were castmates at this time, and we didn't really learn anything from each other. We just loved to fight each other. He would teach me things about hits. He only taught me one techie thing with Pet, which makes Hit invulnerable to any type of damage. But other than that, he taught me how to control Hit more and things like that. We mostly have fun together.
So
Me, True, and Six Paths. We was the Three Musketeers.
Yeah. So did Six Paths feel like a rival to you of sorts, or is True though?
But so I don't know the way he felt about me. I just know that he loved fight. He made a quote to me that he said that you're the only person that I love to fight over and over again because you're different from everybody else.
Yeah. So
which was why we fought constantly.
So y'all just kind of.
Yeah, we just love fighting each other.
Yeah, that's how me and Ghost were. So did the 52 lead to you meeting the anime gods?
Say that again?
Did like you being in the 52, did that lead to you meeting the anime gods? Because I'm pretty sure, because isn't the 52 ran by the anime gods?
Not necessarily. So, from what I understood back then, the anime gods and the 52 were quote-unquote enemies because of what Vern did. Maybe Toki as well. I think it was Toki too. But they did something scummy and they were at odds. I didn't meet any type of anime god until recently with Purple Anime God.
Yeah. Alright. So when you met Purple, did he throw you off at all? Did you guys like click? Or what all happened with that?
Did we what?
Did you guys like click?
The first time I met him, I smacked him with my cooler and then he pulled out mods. And then he booted me for a couple of seconds.
Damn.
So, it wasn't really the best of first meet.
It was kind of like toxic.
This was right after the 52 as well. Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. So how did you meet Galactic?
So me, True, and Six Paths left the 52 together, basically. Six Paths left last while me and True left at the same time because Vern was on some, excuse my language, on some scum shit. And we was tired of it, especially True. So we left, and Success was the last to leave. That's when the three of us separated for maybe a month or two. We went our separate ways. Now, True resurfaced after, we started fighting again, and he was better than me. Okay, so I'm like, where have you been, and what's up with this blessed name, right? So he
And that's how I led to the Blessed Clan?
Yep, that's how I was led to the Blessed Clan, but I didn't meet Galactic first. I met Renegon first.
Interesting.
So, after I met Bless My Renegon, I wasn't even in the clan, I was just smacking him around. So, there we go. So, after I met Bless My Renegon, I wanted to see who the leader was. So, True, how do you say, True brung Galactic to me. And the first match we had, he was lagging his ass off. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was teleporting across the map just to beat my ass. So, we stopped that match and I was in the Blessed Clan, basically.
Yeah.
I was the newest member. Now, at this time, Six already got kicked out. He already got kicked out of the Blessed Clan.
Alright.
So it was me, True, Bless My Jogon, Bless My Renegon, Bless My Bless My, I forgot what that kid's name was, and then it was Bless My Might, which was Galactic.
Alright. Who was the leader of the Blessed Clan? Because I never got to find that out, actually.
Galactic.
Galactic led the Blessed Clan?
Galactic, Bless My Might. Oh, it was Bless My opponent, but it was still Galactic. Yeah, he led the Blessed Clan.
Alright.
And he was the best one out of all of us. Now, because of that, I was smacking True around like a rag doll.
So, did Galactic, like, from when you joined, or did he, like, did you two...
I don't think he liked me. I don't think he really cared about the fact that I was there until after the Blessed Clan.
Yeah. So...
we disbanded because of the members leaving or whatever. Jogon got kicked out. True, we handled him. Renegon is on PC. And the two other members are MIA. So it was basically me and Galactic, and I introduced him to my group. Officially.
Yeah. So, just kinda... He started slowly getting comfortable with you. Would you say, like, there is a chance that the Blessed Clan may re-arise in a way, shape, or form?
With his original members, no. He would have to find new members. If we tried doing that, there's not really any good people around anymore. And if there is, they're kind of...
toxic, in a way.
yeah. Or they just don't want to join.
Yeah. So, fast forward. Oh, I forgot to ask you, how did you leave the 52 on your own accord, or did anything happen there? Because I forgot to ask you that.
The reason why that's is because Vernier was getting more toxic and toxic to the point where he was making lies during the 3v3. So, at that point, True was there too in this 3v3, and he was getting pissed off at Vern. Okay, because he was being too toxic against his own clan members for, losing in 3v3s or whatnot, or, using the limit burst we're not letting him use the limit burst or whatever, you know, things like that. So I left,
Yeah.
and then True left because of Vernier as well. And then we explained what happened to Six, and he wasn't with that, and he left shortly after.
Alright.
But he ended up going back.
Yeah. So, the Blessed Clan's done. You left the 52. So, I believe from there, didn't, you had a match with, I want to say, Jing? It was either Jing... It was either Jing or Zay. It was one of the two for a mid-heavyweight, for the mid-heavyweight title. Going into that match, what was your thoughts?
That was against Jacob, or whatever his name was.
Yeah. But still, what was your...
Like I said, I was holding back the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't really... I was just chill the whole time until I was playing around the whole time. I was playing too much until I needed to finish it off because it was taking too long. So that's why I just finished it off.
Yeah. Alright, shit, I'm running out of questions. How did you meet No Name? Because I know No Name's another one in your group, and I never knew, like, how you met him.
Oh, there was a community clan that I'm a part of, Tyree Worlds. He made a community clan called Anti-World, and that's when I met No Name and his Anti-World community clan. That's also how I met AK and Savage.
Oh, okay. So, with communities going down, do you think that's gonna affect anything regarding your clan and Team Savage and DBB? Like, how do you think that's gonna affect each of them?
It's not going to. We wasn't a part of communities, but the Dragon Ball community was strongly connected to the communities. And
Yeah.
because of that, it's extremely stale.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was a mistake removing the communities.
Kinda was, yeah. Alright, so... Oh, speaking of the devil, he just messaged in chat. How did you meet Mo?
I met him in a 1v1. So, I was chilling one day and I seen a person named Jeremy with a female Majin, and I went into game chat because he was already in game chat, and I was listening to him. This was also a time when I was still a hit name.
Yeah.
It was in the summer, so June, July. It was one of those 2 months. I was beating him up, and I was listening to him. He wasn't worried about me beating him up. He was worried about how he could use his transformation, and that's when I started talking to him.
So
Later on, I decided to make him a branch leader of Monster Hunter World. He's one of the branch leaders.
yeah. Alright. So from there, I'm trying to figure out because I'm kind of getting mixed up. Not gonna lie. The stuff with Deadly. regarding Team Savage, because I also forgot to ask about that.
What about Deadly? Yes, sir. What about Deadly?
The shit that the drama that Deadly caused. Ergo, when he invited those two friends into a clan's party and threatened war if they were removed from the said party.
Oh, that was him being high or whatever.
Yeah. Well, what was your thoughts to it?
Really care.
Oh.
I didn't really care. It was just him overreacting as usual. I knew he had quote unquote disabilities.
Yeah. Alright. So I'm trying to think of questions asked. I'm running low on a barrel and we got like 10 minutes left. Tunnel vision. So you played around that time. I wanted to ask everybody on that comes on this podcast the question. So tunnel vision. Top player in Xenoverse 2. Moment the ESL tournaments leaves Xenoverse 2. He retires. Do you think like when he retired the legitimacy and like honor in the game kind of left with him, and that's when we started getting the toxic unvanishables or the stuff like that? He was the top player in the ESL League.
ESL League. Xenoverse was never a part of any tournaments officially.
They were part of ESL.
No.
I have... Hold on. They were, because I did participate in one of them.
Never heard of that person.
Well, anyway, when do you think the, like, all the unvanishables and everything, like, started coming into Xenoverse 2?
Oh, there was always a thing. They just had to take them out. The male human, square triangle, unvanishable, stamina break, don't go all out, forbidden tech, exploits off of exploits. But to be honest, I didn't really care about them. I cared more about the cheese, like you know, I'm sorry, spamming, or the square triangle cheese. That was more of a problem for me, the square triangle cheese, because it's always used as an unvanishable, forcing us to use our 3-bar evasives, because 2-bar evasives were never a thing back then. So we will always have to use our 3-bar evasives. That and 3-bar monsters were a problem. Because I really hated cheese back then.
Yeah. Okay, actually that brings up that reminded me of a good question. When did you stop caring about cheese as much?
That's a good question. Maybe when I met Hulk. No. Yeah. Hulk and Jing had to help me because I was limiting myself because I didn't want to. I thought everything I did was cheese. So I was limiting to myself in the unimaginable ways possible. So by limiting myself, I wasn't using the full extent of what I could do. Which is why I don't care about cheese anymore, or if people cheese against me, I don't really care. Any move in this game, every move in this game can be used as cheesy as possible. Super God Fist, Kamehameha is unvanishable. and yet people complain about unvanishables.
Yeah.
Revenge on the flags is unvanishable. Things like that. So who really cares? It's a game. You should play the game.
Yeah.
And there's always a counter. There is always a counter. That's what Hulk always told me. There's always a counter to somebody's play. Even when they're cheesing, there's always a counter to their cheese.
You know.
Which is another reason why I don't complain about cheese. There's always a counter. And it's the most simplest and easiest way to counter cheese. Or exploits.
Yeah. So a lot of people consider you the best player of Xenoverse in this day and age. Do you feel like in any way, shape, or form you have a chip on your shoulder? Like any? Or do you feel like that gives you like a standard to where you gotta raise the bar even more?
I don't like the way people consider me one of the best people in this universe because I'm not. I don't consider myself good at this game yet because of people like Galactic or Jet Engine, Toki as well. They can toss me around like a rag doll, even though I'm this good. I still have a ways to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, how much time we got left? Because I do want to do something. We got 4 minutes left. Do you got a drink near you? Guys, well, damn, I was gonna do a toast. But anyway, yeah, you're about to break my record when it comes to the mid-heavyweight title picture. Because you're about to become the longest reigning mid-heavyweight champion in a long time. In a long, long time. Do you feel like you've elevated the division of sorts?
Say again?
You're about to break my record for the longest reigning mid-heavyweight champion. Do you feel like you've sort of elevated the mid-heavyweight division in sorts?
To be honest, I don't think people want to take me on because I hold the championship belt. I don't think people want to face me because of the way I play.
Yeah.
We'll see in the later future, though.
Alright. Yeah. So, do you have any goals in mind moving forward? Like, unifying the belt with any belts or anything like that?
Unifying the belts. No, I don't have any goals with the belts. I would just keep the belt to myself. The only goal I have for this game is to become better than Galactic or the same level as Galactic. And, well, my main goal is to beat anybody up on this game like Galactic can. With ease. That's my goal. To beat anybody up. And I'm almost to that goal. I'm able to beat most people up on this game.
Yeah.
I just need to go to the higher ups.
Yeah. So it's a good goal because I have seen you've made progress. What do you think's gonna be the hardest part of achieving that goal?
I have to try to beat up people like Jet Engine, Toki, Hero King, Change, those type of people. If I don't beat them up, then I won't meet that goal.
So in a way, you got to. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you that's gonna be hard. Gray taught me half of the shit I know with the. So yeah, best of luck with that. Getting ready to cut the stream. One more question. So as you know, Juice and Laser they're the #1 contenders for the tag titles. They're getting ready to face Jing and Infamous more than likely right after this tourney, and then we'll go into the next tourney. What's your thoughts on how that match is gonna go down?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Jing and Infamous?
Yeah. Versus Juice and Laser.
I have no idea. Jing can smack around Juice like a ragdoll. And I believe Infamous is on par with Jing. Juice is not. Juice may not be ready for that. Laser's gonna have to pull something off.
I have seen Laser and Infamous. They're kind of on equal footing from what I saw. Whenever we do host like the open nights and everything like that, they always face each other in the 3v3s, which I thought was interesting because it's sort of like.
You also gotta consider. Me and Laser are, how do you say? You know how Naruto was nerfed in Boruto?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same situation with me and Laser when it comes to 3v3s. We are extremely slowed down.
Yeah.
So think about it like this: since both of them are like this, since both of them are full in 3v3s, what does that say in 2v2s and 1v1s if Laser is nerfed in 3v3s?
It says they're not going at their full pace. Yeah. Have Juice and Laser been training for the event?
Not that I know of. I haven't seen Juice in a while.
Yeah. Alright. Well, seeing how... Well, you don't have a drink, but I'm still gonna do it. Cheers to your reign. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Alright. So with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon for the next podcast. The next episode we do will be Blackfire DM. So, with that being said, thank you and peace.